In this video, I'm going to share the real reason many new givers don't give again, and the one fix that costs nothing but can change everything. It might sound small, but it's backed by research, and it just might be the most powerful strategy you use this year. Now, this may sound strange at first, but getting the first gift isn't actually the hardest part. The first gift, it usually happens in a moment. Maybe someone felt moved by the message. Maybe they saw others give and didn't want to feel left out. Or they just wanted to do something good. It can be emotional. It can be spontaneous. It's often about the moment, not a long-term decision. But the second gift is where things start to break down. Because now, it's not about the moment. This is where the giver starts looking for something deeper. Do I trust the ministry that I'm giving to? Did my gift make a difference? Or you know what? Did anyone even notice that I gave? And too often, that's where churches go silent. Not on purpose, not because we don't care, but because we don't always realize how much that moment matters. And that silence, that silence, is one of the biggest reasons people don't give again. The data shows that nearly 8 out of 10, 80% of first-time donors never give again. The reason? Because there's no follow-up, no acknowledgement, no thank you. You might say, Ron, this sounds more non-profit-ish than church. My members are loyal. They give out of obedience. They don't need or want to thank you for me. They're giving it to God. I get it. I'm a pastor. I teach those same principles. Spiritual maturity does lead people to give out of obedience and conviction and not for the applause. But here's what we can't ignore. Even spiritually mature people are still people. They need reminders, connection, and care, just like anyone else. And let's be honest, not everyone in the pews is there yet. Not everyone has built the same habit of giving. Some are still testing the waters, wondering if this is where I belong. And for many of them, it's more than just obedience, it's about impact. They want to see where their seed falls. At Givelify, we surveyed 2,000 donors in our Giving and Faith report. 82% of donors said giving is a core part of their faith. But even more, 90% say helping those in need is a key reason they give. Impact matters. And remember, this is all about why people don't give again. And this is where it starts to come together. Here's the catch. You can't show impact if people never hear from you again. And that's exactly what happens when there's no practice of gratitude. The first-time giver never hears a thank you. They never hear how their giving mattered. Let me say it plainly. Gratitude is the bridge to the second gift. Hear me again. Gratitude is the bridge to the second gift. Some may call it appreciation. What we're talking about here is a habit of gratitude, not just acknowledging what someone did, but truly valuing their steps and letting them know that it mattered. When people feel appreciated, it actually changes how they think and how they behave. One study found that donors who got a thank you call within 48 hours after their gift were 4 times more likely to give again. A study from the University of Oregon found that when people took time to reflect on gratitude, their brains started valuing helping others more than helping themselves. Even thinking about gratitude made people more generous. Gratitude shapes how people give, and not just that, it shapes how they see themselves in your ministry. All right, let's get practical for a second. First, let me be clear. Gratitude doesn't have to feel formal, and it definitely doesn't have to feel transactional. You don't have to say thank you for your donation like it's a receipt. Sometimes it's as simple as walking up and asking, how are you doing? Or is there anything I can pray with you about? Or an invitation to help out in a way that lets them use their gifts. All of that's gratitude. It's a way of showing people that they matter, not just that they're giving, but their presence, their story, their walk. And that's what builds connection. The personal touch is what turns a transaction into a relationship. And speaking of personal touch, don't miss the opportunity that comes with your annual giving statement. They are more than just a tax receipt. They're actually one of the most powerful gratitude moments of the year. Instead of sending a general form letter, use that statement to thank the giver personally. Help them see what their generosity made possible. We've included a few templates below to get you started, but remember, the key is to make it your own. If you use Givelify, your Analytics Studio makes all of these things much easier. You can see everything from new givers, occasional donors, consistent givers, and even send giving statements in a few clicks. And don't forget this, please don't do this alone. Equip your church administrators and other leaders with some of these templates. Just like people are building a rhythm of giving or any other spiritual discipline, build a rhythm of response. Make it a shared spiritual practice, not just your task. Because the truth is, you don't need a new campaign to build generosity. You need a habit of gratitude, and that habit can turn into a culture of gratitude. And here's the thing I want to leave you with. When your church adopts a posture of gratitude, not just for giving, but for every interaction, you won't just grow giving, you'll grow community. Because when people feel seen, they stay. And when they stay, they invite others. Gratitude multiplies generosity. This is how you can grow a generous, connected, spiritually engaged church, where people don't just give once, but they keep showing up, keep leaning in, and keep becoming part of the story. And it all starts with one habit: gratitude. If you haven't seen our latest video on how to talk about giving without sounding overbearing, I recommend going back and watching it. It pairs perfectly with this one and helps you lay the foundation for that very first gift, the one that leads to the second gift and the third gift. And if you want to help your members stay consistent in their giving, deepening their spiritual journey, and grow your church's giving over time, take a look at Givelify. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.